Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Final update on my 30-day Opinel carry challenge, where I said I was going to carry this Opinel number 8 for 30 days to see if it makes a good EDC knife or not, because it's like split down the middle 50-50. People love them or they hate them. They've carried them for 10, 20, 30 years as their EDC knife, and people are saying they're junk. One guy said the only thing Opinel makes good is one thing that turns into two things, meaning a break in half. But so I decided I was going to carry this for 30 days. I started August 1st. I carried it the entire month. And yeah, my last update was like day 13. I just haven't had the time or anything really new to report, for other updates. So I'm doing the final one. And if you remember at the beginning of this, for the first week, I was carrying this and I was finishing up carrying the Spectacle Salt 2. I had one more week to go on this, but I decided I wanted to start this one on August 1st. So I started carrying this in my pocket. This is my EDC knife. This was my backup for a week. I actually carried it in my backpack, and my thinking was, if I got into something, if I had to cut something, I had it already cut with this, I'd try this along with this. Or if I thought the Opinel wouldn't handle the job, I'd pull this out. But as it turned out, last week of carrying this in my backpack, I just didn't use it. I think the 3 weeks I did use it every day. Proved the point, proved what I needed to know about this knife. And I haven't even done the full review on this yet. The last video on this was week 3 update. So I have to do a review on this one. But first I'm going to do the final update on this. 31 days I actually carried this. And yeah, I have to say, it's more durable than I thought it was. It's easier to carry in the pocket than I thought it was. Edge retention on this 12C 27 steel is pretty dang good. Get more into all that in a minute, but yeah, I made it 30 days with this. And like I said in the other videos, the biggest drawback is really, this is a slow knife. It's slow to fish out of your pocket. You have to unlock the vibro lock, open it two-handed, turn the lock again, do whatever you have to do, and then you have to reverse it, unlock it again, close it up, and lock it, make sure it doesn't open in your pocket. And yeah, it's slow. Sometimes that was pretty annoying. Other times it just didn't matter. It will definitely teach you a little patience. I mean, it's not as fast as, definitely, it's not as fast and convenient as pulling a 940 out of your pocket, flipping it open, and closing it, putting it away. I mean, this takes time. It will definitely teach you patience. It'll slow you down, which is not necessarily bad. Doing some jobs, the time it takes you to go through the motions, opening this, kind of makes your mind focus on what you're going to be doing with it. So that's okay. That's good. I didn't have an instance where it being two-hand open really messed me up. I worked around that issue. Because a lot of times you got something and you gotta cut it. You're hanging on to something with your hand, and yeah, flipping it open, one hand closed, a lot more convenient. But I worked around all those issues, and yeah, like I said, it's made out a lot better than I thought it would. And kind of talk about this particular knife a little bit. This is a number 8. You can see that right here. Stainless steel blade. I mentioned it was 12C 27 something Sandvik steel. And the blade's a good length. I like it. It's 3¼ inches long. Good length for what I do. Blade is super thin. You know, it's only like 0.07 of an inch thick. Looks like it has a flat grind, but it's actually convex. You can feel that if you run your fingers down. You can feel how it kind of rounds down instead of straight down. It's got a very small bevel on it, but this thing's razor sharp still. Man, super slicey. I did not sharpen this. I stropped the holy moly heck out of it the first time about a week, 2 weeks ago. And I stropped it once since, but the first time I put a lot of work into it. See if I could bring it back. And man, let me tell you, nothing like it. It's super sharp. Now when I stropped it, I used this coarser strop. Now I can't remember the name of it. I got this off Amazon, and I spent a long time just sitting there kind of watching TV, just stropping it back and forth. And then I go like this. You know, I did it different ways. I don't know how many times I did it on that strap. Quite a few. Then I took this one, a Hutzel's strap, 2-sided strap, and what I did, I had it on. I held it like this. Same thing, over and over. I got green compound on both. Then flipped it over on this side. Same thing. I was using the other one as a base. And I sat there. I probably for a half an hour. I just stropped it. Let me tell you, this dropped back. It was razor sharp. Like I said, I did strop it a second time, and same steps. I used that one, this, and this, but maybe 10 times each way on that, 10 times on this, 10 times on that side. And like I showed you, this thing is just nice and smooth, super slicey. I mean, it would probably shave hair. Oh yeah, it's just popping hairs right off. And I got still got a lot of tape gunk and stuff on it, but awesome blade, man, super slicey. So the steel, I have no problem with it. Stayed sharp for a long time. And it started getting a little dull. It wasn't cutting paper as cleanly. And like I said, I stropped the crap out of it, brought it back. Might have been sharper than the original. And yeah, so no issues with the blade steel retaining an edge. Worked pretty spectacular as far as I'm concerned. Talk about the lock. I didn't have the lock locked. I was messing with it just now, but the lock is loosened up quite a fair amount. I can turn it easier than I could. Before I'd have to dig my fingernail in there and really twist. That was kind of annoying, but now I can just grab hold of it. It turns pretty easy. It's still kind of stiff. Pivot on this is loosened up a little bit. I mean, you can still feel it. It's kind of stiff, but it was really stiff when it was new. So that's That's breaking in. Handle, this is walnut wood handle instead of like beech wood, which I have one someplace. I just got a brand new one. Here is beech wood. Opinel, this is a carbon blade instead of stainless. And I can attest to the fact that the walnut does not swell up as bad when you get it wet. I have this one that I just modded. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Do I not have it? Yeah, I do. Here's an Opinel I just modded. Check it out. I'll do a quick video on this one. And I force patina the blade. And it's hard to show. But when I went to wash everything off from doing the patina, I ran it underneath the sink faucet, cleaned everything off, stopped the chemical reaction. And this thing got, I got the wood wet. Well, I wiped it down and I closed it up. Then I couldn't get it open. And it was stuck. When I pulled it, I had little pieces of wood stuck to it. And it was really stiff. It's dried out now. Action's almost as good as that one. But yeah, I've done the same thing. I've washed this under the sink. The blade, not trying to soak the wood, but the wood gets wet. And this has never swelled up. Not like this one. So the walnut is good wood. And really, most of the time I carry this in my pocket with other things. My little Victorinox nail clip 580, and sometimes my little Zippo tape measure in the same pocket. And man, I tell you, my lighting's not that good showing this, but that wood handle is held up excellent. There's a couple of little dings in it, but you can't hardly even notice. This thing really does look, it looks almost as good as it did new. And the wood handle, I love the feel of this wood handle. And I said something in the other video where I found myself pulling this out of my pocket and just kind of moving, feeling in my hand, kind of rubbing on it. Someone said it's like a worry stone. I was trying to call it something like a fidget factor, but it is. It's kind of like a worry stone for me. I'd pull it out and, do this, and then I'd feel the collar, kind of, because my hands, I have issues with my fingers, nerve damage, I have peripheral neuropathy, and yeah, kind of feels good doing that. But yeah, that's held up excellent. I mean, for carrying in my pocket with other items and taking it out, fiddling with it quite often, I'm extremely impressed at how well it held up. And like I said, the pivot's loosened up, but it's not loose. There's no play. Up, well, lock it. Up, down. You have that collar turned all the way. There's no play up and down. No left and right. Solid. It's way more solid than I thought it was going to be, or thought Opinels were. But yeah, like I said, most of the time I threw this in my pocket, Now, I did have other options I was going to try. You might have seen a video I did on the old clip. I tried this. I hate it. Does not work for me. It just clips right onto the locking collar, but that turns when you go to open it. The clip turns and the collar doesn't. Then it's not lined up. That irritated the crap out of me. Another thing is this clip weighs almost as much as the knife, practically almost doubles the weight. And another thing was tip down carry. If you reach in your pocket for something else, you scrape on that and the locking collar, and doesn't feel good on the fingers. When I put it in my pocket, I put it tip down, and it doesn't matter which way I put it, it's going to move, but it's always semi one way or the other tip up. So when I pull it out, at least it's in the position I'm used to. So yeah, I think I made it 2 days with this. I hated it. Then I had the Opinel belt sheath. This is a cheap one, imitation leather. This is made in China. Yeah, up here it says made in China. I did not end up using this at all, so this thing's still brand new. I did try belt carrying it in this case. This is the real leather kit. I bought it Michael's or Hobby Lobby. You know, it comes all pre-cut. You just stitch it up, stain it, whatever. So yeah, I used that. I used this a couple days. That worked pretty good. I'm sure this would work fine. Actually, this is smaller, you know, thinner, more slim than that one. So I just threw it in my pocket. I did not have an issue throwing this in my pocket, even if it's thick. You know, adds bulk to your pocket. I mean, the thickest part of the handle is about 0.8 inches thick. But it's so light. I mean, this thing weighs under 2 ounces. It's like 1.8, 1.9. Yeah, no issues carrying this in my pocket. What else about this? I did not have an issue with it. I kind of enjoyed carrying this for 30 days. This will definitely stay in my rotation. I will carry this again, you know, maybe not for 30 days, but for a day or two. Definitely, you know, if I know I'm not going to get in something heavy duty, I need a heavy, hard-used knife. Because, you know, I'm impressed by it. I enjoyed carrying it, did everything I needed to do, but by no means is this a hard-used knife. I mean, it's wood. You got a pin through there, and that's it. But really, normal EDC stuff. An Opinel, nothing wrong with it. It works. It takes some getting used to, being as slow of an operation it is, doing all that. But, you know, after a while, I just didn't care. And another factor, when you take this out of your pocket and there's people around and you use it, they don't bat an eyelash at it. They just don't care. When you whip something like this out, click, you know, this bright green, funky sparkle shaped blade, yeah, they take more notice, you know. 940, they take more notice. That's a good size comparison. Let's check this out. 940 Osborne, Opinel number 8. The 940 is a little bit longer overall. Cutting edge. The cutting edge on both are pretty close to the same length. Handle's just a little longer on the 940. Both slender this way. Obviously the Opinel is thicker. Yeah, the pocket clip, it's not that much thicker. But yeah, both are awesome knives. This is more definitely a heavier used knife than this. So the blade thickness, you can see here to here, it's almost twice as thick as the Opinel. But yeah, as soon as I put this up on September or August 31st, the last day, September 1st, I got the 940 out, and September 2nd, I got the Spyderco Spyderco Native 5 lightweight. I wanted to say little native, but Native 5 lightweight and Spy 27 steel. This is another one I carried for, I actually carried this and this for 2 months each. Love them. This, like I said, I kept with me in my backpack for the first week of that. Didn't end up using it. Didn't need to. But another awesome knife. Yeah, so I carry, this is my main blade. The only thing I used the entire month of August. I survived that trial with no problems. The knife has held up great. And yeah, my opinion now is an Opinel, especially in a harder wood like walnut, makes an awesome EDC knife. It's just slow. It's a slow process, you know, like I keep saying, opening, turning the locking collar, opening it, locking it back up. It's slow. Definitely not as fast as anything else I've shown. But, man, I did make one modification to it last week of the test. I did put some jimping on the spine. I used my Dremel tool. I used the Dremel, this little Dremel, whatever the name of it is, stylo, Dremel stylo with a little cutting wheel. And I had it locked. I held it and I went zzz, 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 zzz. I didn't do a very good job. You can see the spacing's uneven. Some are deeper than others, but that feels pretty good. That's got pretty good traction for my thumb. It's a thin blade, you know. My thumb was sliding on it a little bit. So that little bit of jimping, I like it. Although, like I said, I didn't do a very good job on it, but who cares? I don't care. It's my knife. It works for me. If I do other ones, I'll definitely, you know, hopefully get better at it. But yeah, finish up this video. It's too long. I'm just rambling. Like I said, in my opinion, an Opinel knife, whether you want a 7, 8, 9, or 6, you know. I have a couple 7s. And here's one I put some jimping in. I actually did a better job spacing them and getting the same depth. I'm telling you, my opinion, they're okay as a EDC knife. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. Didn't fail me. Like I said, it's not a hard use knife. I didn't do anything majorly hard with it. But yeah, I'm almost at a loss of words, you know, how impressed I am by it. After 30 days, using it every day, you know, pretty fair amount of times a day, several times a day. Yeah, can't say I'm sad I tried it. I'm happy I give it a chance for 30 days, and I liked it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But man, I have to say though, I'm happy to be back to something something more modern, like even another backlock, you know, or a backlock faster than this. Next knife I'm gonna carry, no, probably get the old bug out with a Flycanium G10 crossfade scales. Again, very lightweight. These things weigh almost the same. But I guess that's it. Like I said, I'm just rambling. Let you guys go. Be on the lookout for more videos. I have several knives coming to me. I have one my son just got. I'll show you. I have a new little wallet. I got a couple of things. And I'll do a video coming up on the future of the channel, because at the end of September I think things are going to change a little bit. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll let you guys go, and remember, do the usual: like, comment, subscribe. Oh geez, I'll let you in on something. Probably the biggest news is the channel went over 2,000 subscribers, so that's awesome. I'm going to do a giveaway. It's not going to be a huge giveaway. It's going to be a smaller giveaway, but I'm going to do a giveaway, so be on the lookout for that video. And yeah, a lot of things happening. So I guess that's it. Until the next video. Bye.